Hi,
Hi,
I'm Terrence Taylor,
I'm Stephanie Bush.
and we are
Community
Community
Development
Development
Sustainable
Sustainable
Solutions.
Solutions. Now, this is our public service announcement that we usually do each year. So, what I'd like to do first is to give a big ups to East St. Louis track team and football team for your
That's
state
right,
championships this
absolutely.
year.
Great job,
That's
great
right.
job.
We are truly the city of champions, and you guys showed that this year.
Woo woo.
So another thing I wanted to do is just ask you, Stephanie Bush, why did you found Community Development Sustainable Solutions as an organization?
Well, I mean, first off, I guess I'm sitting here. Time is something, Mr. Taylor. We've been doing this for what, about 4 years now?
3.5, going on 4 years.
Feels like nine, but okay, if he says four and a half,
3.5.
three and a half. Okay,
Right.
then 3.5 years. But I was in a church on the south side of town here in East St. Louis, and I looked in the pulpit. It was a special meeting. We were talking about things such as violence and economic development in East St. Louis, and the fact that we don't have any. There were a lot of people in the pulpit that did not look like me, so to speak. And they were telling us over and over how we can't look for economic development because we're too bad. There's too much crime. Yes, they know there's no place to work, but don't look for any money because we're too bad. They were also dropping off $500,000. They were dropping off their second installment of $500,000 to increase the police force. Now, kudos for the police force, but in my opinion, I couldn't stand there and hear someone say over and over that they're not about to do anything to help us. And I figure if it's going to be, then it's up to me, which is how we try to make every one of you think that if we're going to make a change, it's up to each and every one of us. That's why I started the organization, because we needed a movement in East St. Louis to make a difference.
Well, that's right. And what I'd like to do is give kudos to you for starting this organization because
Bling, bling.
CDSS rocks. In case you guys didn't know it. Now,
Absolutely. Now, before you go any further, I am going to interrupt you and not let you off the hook. Um, Being in this organization is kind of empowering because you find yourself helping yourself as you help others. Do you have anything that sticks out to you so far in this 3.5 years?
Yeah, actually, when we first started our work readiness program,
Oh, yes, yes.
and we had Charter Cable, they were coming down. We were doing interviews, and from our spot, they were actually hiring from our location. And that day, there was a guy that came to the spot. He was walking down the street, and the guy had this mean look on his face, and I stopped him, and I said, "Hey, man, do you need a job? Come on ahead and come on here and find your job." So he found that job, and that guy, when he brought back us when he brought us that lunch that time when we were down there,
It was
after he
good,
had gotten
too.
paid, yeah, he told me the story. He said, "Hey, man, I've been out of prison for 2 years. I've been looking for a job for 2 years. My girlfriend, has been footing the bill for us. She's been taking care of everything. And we've just had a baby for like 2 months. The baby was like 2 months old. And she
He
had
was
just,
probably stressed.
yeah, and he said she had cursed him out about getting a job. And he wanted to put hands on her, but he took off walking. And that's when he saw me, and when I was able to help him out and get a job that particular day. So I think that is what really inspired me to stay the course.
So that's kind of like our name then, Community Development Sustainable Solutions. And I think that word sustainable solution, those two words, they do matter because you can't develop a solution with a quick fix.
That's
You
right.
can't have something sustainable that's a quick fix. And I think that's our niche. That's where we fit in. We need to find, and we specialize really in finding projects and programs that we can continue to push. I don't know how many of you know that we do this work pretty much out of our own pockets and by finding like-minded individuals who care. And then also we have the organization because we care about reducing crime. We care about reducing recidivism.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking, because of the community, we have to be realistic about where it is that we live.
That's right. And right now, see, what we're going to do is we're going to let you guys know about some of the things that we did do in 2016. Like when we went to the governor's mansion and actually did a mock funeral because we said, you're killing the black community.
That's absolutely right. That's
Your programs, by not having a budget in our community, we're dying. And he gave us a response, but it was really about a supermajority, Democratic supermajority is the problem and all of this. But we have problems on the ground. So we brought that to his face to let him know that, hey, we're down here looking at you and we want some action done in our community.
Absolutely. There's a lot of things that are coming to us on a global scale, and East St. Louis needs to be brought up to 2017 and be ready to face some of those challenges that are on our horizon. So again, that does mean job training. That does mean reducing crime. That does mean economic development. And unfortunately, we can't just work on one without the other. We need to do it all at the same time. So some people do ask us, well, what kind of programs do you have? And we're about sustainable solutions, but we can tell you some of the key focus areas, such as
our ROPE program, which means Work Readiness Outreach Program. Through our ROPE program, we've helped over 390 individuals gain fully employment in our community. So those are residents that are actually employed now, thanks to our ROPE program, Ms. Bush.
Absolutely. And what other programs do we have?
Oh, we have the I'm On One program for the youth, which is an after-school program. We actually facilitate so many youth, and we have them all around the city, and I love those guys. All of you guys, I love you. Mr. Taylor says he loves you, man.
I love it when the little girls come up to me and go, "Who runs the world?"
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Girls."
Exactly.
Absolutely. So that's iron sharpens iron, and women of virtue. And
yes.
The exciting thing is that not only do we do District 189,
yes,
we now have expanded to District 187 in Cahokia, Illinois, as well.
That's right.
So we're very excited about that.
That's right. Kudos to Cahokia School District 187 for actually getting us into that school district this year as well. So we want to give you guys kudos, and to District 189, because we have a super staff and administration over at District 189 as well. So thank you guys.
And again, we wanted to come to you because it's still the beginning of the year. But if we looked back on last year and some of the great accomplishments, God is good is what I can say. And time doesn't wait for anyone. And the best advice we have for any of you is to get up, stop moving your lips, start moving your hips. We need you, the community needs you, and more importantly, you do need yourself. Okay? But what about some of the events?
Oh, actually, with our Juneteenth event, we had our first annual Juneteenth parade this year with LaShira McDonald. She was actually our Juneteenth queen this year.
Beautiful,
beautiful
yes,
girl. Yes, she was. And Roosevelt Davis was actually the king from the track team, from the state championship winning track team this year.
Absolutely.
So Juneteenth, I want you guys to know something. Juneteenth, we got that all the way on the president's desk this year. Now, all the President Obama had to do was actually sign the order to make it the second Independence Day for America. It would have been African American Independence Day this year if he had went on ahead and signed it. But hopefully we'll get Trump to sign it, since he's the
our new POTUS, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
So, also with Juneteenth, we got a proclamation from Cahokia as well, making Juneteenth an actual holiday for the city of Cahokia right now. So East St. Louis and Cahokia gave proclamations to make Juneteenth an actual African American Independence Day in those communities. So
I think that's great.
Kudos to you guys.
Because again, the change starts from the community level. A lot of times we think we have to respond to what happens on the state and federal level, when we need to understand that the power really is in our hands. So although Obama did not sign it, we know that Cahokia did. We know that East St. Louis did.
All right.
We know that Washington Park is about to.
That's right.
Because it really matters to us and the world that's around us, correct?
That's right. And actually, this year we also got a Senate bill passed. So would you like to say something about that?
Absolutely. You know, as we said, reducing recidivism is very, very important to us. Again, because you can't look for economic development, jobs, things like that, if businesses are too afraid to come to your community. Senate Bill 2370 is twofold because it addressed the school to prison pipeline.
Correct.
And I don't know how many of you knew that they were actually going into schools and Mirandizing our youth as young as 13.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? So
It's
now
ridiculous.
it's lifted up to, what is it?
16.
Okay, yeah, 15, 16.
16, yes.
Okay, so now, and they also have to have an adult present so that we don't have to worry about our kids being afraid or being intimidated to saying some statements that can be held accountable. Right now, we're also looking at the fact that if a kid is in a fight at school, that's a felony now.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Okay, so we need to be prepared for these changes that are reaching us on the community level.
That's right.
Is that not right?
Global changes.
Absolutely, absolutely. Also, I guess we can talk about some of the things that are coming up. Oh, but let's not forget, too, we are now official attaches to the ambassador of anti-bullying.
For the United States, yeah.
Absolutely, and then we have a proclamation for that.
Exactly.
Our annual, the National Night
Out. Oh, man, we forgot about
That's
that.
something.
We brought the helicopter and set it down right in the Orwellers, y'all. So if you haven't seen that TV program, check it out. It's on YouTube. It's National Night Out.
Now, if I have to coin Harold Lowry, a dear friend of mine, as he said on that day, helicopter landed, no crime scene. So it was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
It was
awesome.
beautiful.
And we're going to actually have a really great event this year, too. So y'all be prepared for National Night Out. That's the first Tuesday of August this year. We're going to bring something big, bad, and incredible.
And Juneteenth is going to be June 17th. This year, because that's the Saturday. So any of you organizations or concerned citizens, if you want to be involved, please contact us because we do need you. Anything else? What else happened that was exciting? We got our first federal.
Oh, we got our first federal grant, you guys. So, you know, that is pretty exciting.
We're very excited.
Exactly. I'm scared.
If I have to be honest, I am a little nervous, but I think with prayer and with people like you that we work with, I think we're going to be okay. But we wanted you to be aware of the grant because when we put it down and we announce it, we want you to hold us accountable. Because the only reason why we're doing it is because we love you, we love our city and surrounding communities.
That's right. You know, and I'm born and bred in East St. Louis, and I tell you what, I was raised in the project, so people don't think that we coming down from some high and mighty place. We come from here.
You're not coming down from a high place?
No, I'm not coming from a high place. I'm coming from East St. Louis, for East St. Louis. I'm by you and for you. So
Absolutely.
when you see us rocking and rolling, we are Community Development Sustainable Solutions. We can be reached at 618-514-3199. We also can be reached on our website, which is cdss/eaststlouis.org.
Absolutely. And I just want to add one more thing. CDSS is steady growing, and we're growing because of the support of people like you and the local businesses. But if you are looking for a place to train, a place to grow, if you feel like you have anything that you can add to our organization, please contact us because as we grow, we need people like you to grow with, okay? We are you. So contact us, okay?
That's right. You guys give us a call, and together
we rise.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.